saw the Warriors team, I was like, oh, we're going to get smashed, 40 points.
And we didn't.
Not to be, obviously.
No.
We didn't. No, some of the big names, Daly Cherry or Turbo Tommy, some of them got knocked around. Even his brother did. And, man, there were some good hits. So Tommy took a couple of big hits last night.
Yep. No, outstanding. I thought Tavita outstanding as well,
Yeah.
He's been playing really well over the last couple of months, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, they got to keep him, and they got to keep him out there on the paddock. It's where you put Cody Nikorima. What's going to happen with Isaac Luke in the future? Do they pursue looking at buying the hooker from the Manly Sea Eagles to come over? So, yeah, a lot of cordial going around at the moment. But I'll keep the young fella out there. Just let him get game time. His kicking game was superb last night as well. His chase after the ball, and there's just some of those uncharacteristic things you wouldn't expect from a standard first five or stand-up. He just did it, and it's a different level he brings to the game because he's done it like that in the junior level. So, yeah, it's unpredictable by the other team as well. They don't know what this kid brings. He's just growing. Look, he's only 20, and he's getting better every game. Keep him out there.
Absolutely. Now, on to Panthers Sharks, which is a really, really good game, quite frankly. And great to see, because the Panthers have gotten a couple of, new guys into their team of late. And, well, obviously, I guess having this one certainly has helped them along, Reno?
Yeah, it has. The young guy that's come off to standoff, only a kid, 19-year-old,
Yes.
filling in for Jimmy Maloney. He's in an outstanding game, running around and just kind of directed. It's this comp now. You can see all these young 19 and 20-year-olds coming through. And a lot of teams are starting to shine now. The list just goes on. Look, you got that young fella down at the halves at the Broncos. He's playing outstanding. Obviously, we know about Kalen Ponga, but there's a few of them now. The young fella at Parramatta Eels, and the Māori boy there as well. So these young kids are stepping up. Ed Penny Stadium as well, Panther Stadium, game of two halves. Yeah, that's a good win for the Panthers.
Great win. It was like that young boy that came in and was like, I don't know, he certainly didn't play like that was his debut game, mate. What do you reckon, JT?
Yeah, I think the kid you're talking about is Matt Burton. He's had a lot of reps on from his younger days at Penrith in the junior system and throughout playing New South Wales Cup. So, mate, he came on there and just slotted straight in. And look, I think the Panthers probably deserved to win that, but another 5 minutes would have been interesting. The Cronulla Sharks had their second win. They were coming hard, but just ran out of time. And like I said earlier, a contentious decision. And I hate Cronulla when the Forest boy looked like he'd scored a try, but because old James Fisher-Harris just had his hand on his ankle, that was deemed to be a tackle.
Right.
Now, if that's a tackle, boys, there's hope for us, please.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know how. The refereeing just obviously has not been the greatest. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the other games coming up. Dragons Titans. It's been just a terrible season for the Titans. But can they do anything to help? I don't know, get things back on track this year. JT.
Well, man, I hope so because I live on the Gold Coast, so I have a little slight vested interest in the Titans because I want to keep the Gold Coast. I want the Gold Coast to have a team in the NRL. So it's going to be a huge ask. But in saying that, the Dragons haven't been going so well either. Their coach, Mary Maguire, he's got his head on the chopping block too. So the Titans have lost some key players throughout the year. AJ Brimson, their former captain. I can't think of his name, the big prop forward, and then also Jai Arrow. So they've lost, probably half a dozen decent players. So they've had to, dig into the depths of their player roster and then try and field a team. And last week it was like boys playing against men, unfortunately. But I'll give them a slight hope this week. But I'll stick with the Titans. I'm not a fan of the Dragons. I don't think they've got any hope.
Okay. What do you reckon, Reno?
Yeah, I'm going to go with JT, mate. Titans, Look, I picked them last week for the biggest upset.
Yes.
And wasn't that a joke? They got hammered.
Yeah.
They knocked around
hugely.
like nothing. It was like a training
big
run.
joke.
So,
Yeah, don't do that again.
I like the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Titans, mate. So, yeah, go the Titans. I love the Goldie Coast. So, I'm not a fan. I'm the same. I'm not a fan of the Dragons. So, got Titans for me.
Eels Knights, the Reno?
Yeah, that'll be a hell of a game, actually. I'll go Eels. There you go.
What do you reckon, JT?
Yeah, tough one. I think the Knights have had a few losses in the race, so they're due a win. That's how they've gone win, loss, win, loss. So I think they'd do a ticket to win column. The Knights, but not by many.
Bulldogs and the Tigers there, JT?
Yeah, another funny one, mate. The Bulldogs played really well last week to get the points against, I think it was the Sharks from memory. West Tigers are sort of teetering around. Tigers need to win this to get back in the 8. So they've got a bit of desperation. Yeah. Tigers.
Reno?
Yeah, Tigers for Benji and Robbie and the team. The old heads will bring it together.
What do you reckon of the Raiders, Roosters? That should be a really good game, Reno?
Yeah, that is the game. I'm not too sure which one to go here. Actually, I'll go the Roosters, Because I know if I go the Raiders, and the Roosters will be hurt, and they're going to smash the Warriors next week. So I'll go the Roosters to have a good win.
What do you reckon?
And then lose next week.
Okay, fair enough. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I like your style there, Reno. What do you reckon, JT?
Well, I've got the TV on in the background, and it's the Fox Sports News channel, and there's a game of AFL from last night between the GWS Giants and Hawthorn, and it's actually snowing. It's freezing cold out in Canberra.
Huh.
I'll take the Raiders. Big games on Sunday. All the top 4 teams playing. So
right,
Canberra.
Well, we'll go to you first, Reno, Rabbitohs and the Storm.
Yeah, King bloody Wayne Bennett and his boys bring it out the Storm. Their hosts are going to. Nah, this Storm team's too good, mate. Have to be the Storm all the way.
JT?
Oh well, mate. The Storm only have 3 players, and I'm still picking. You know how I roll. It's at the Central Coast Stadium in Gosford, so the Rabbitohs are taking their home game on the road. Yeah, mate, the Storm.
Yeah, that should be another good game, though, It's going to be, the Storm just been going so well, as they do pretty much almost every year, Reno. It's hard not to pick them, to be quite frank, isn't it, bro?
Oh, you're right. They're basically the Crusaders of the Super Rugby. So, they're an outfit that just knows how to win. And when it counts and gets into the business, and they've been here so many times. And, yeah, very, very hard outfit. But it'll be a good game. There's 2 good games to be watched on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Still some great games to come in NRL action. We're going to go to a break. We'll be back with more Full Time right after this. On behalf of the full-timers, I would just like to say big thanks to Joachim Currid, who brings us our music intro. Check him out on joachimcurrid.com. He's also on YouTube, Twitter, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, Instagram, and follow him on Facebook. Another big thanks goes out to Silent Partner, who brings us our outro. Check out their music on YouTube. And also thanks must go to the Polish Ambassador for the backing music for this promo. Check out the Polish Ambassador on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Beatport, Instagram, Twitter, and on his website, thepolishambassador.com.
You're listening to a podcast produced by Tūrangi FM, number 1 iwi radio station in Aotearoa. We play each full-time session on Tūrangi FM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. You can listen in live on our Tūrangi FM media page. Just click the main Tūrangi FM logo to tune in online. Or if you're in the Gisborne area, we're on the radio frequencies 91.7, 95.7 and 98.1. Also check out the Full-Time Facebook page where you can listen to the podcast again. Make comments and click links that will lead you to other ways to listen to the podcast, such as Spreaker, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, Podchaser and Tumblr. Right, let's get back to the Fools on Full-Time.
second half here on Full-Time. I want to send another shout out going out to our sponsors, Grace Creek Motors. They are down there on Grace Street. Also, while I'm at it, I want to send a big shout out going out to my cousin, Michaela Pinger. Now, today she'll be having her gender reveal. So big good luck going out to her and all the whānau that are going to be helping her celebrate her newborn. So big kia ora going out to Michaela. Right, turning back into sport. Oh, we had the Mitre 10 Cup kick-off for us just on Thursday. Hey, Reno. So we're back into a bit of rugby there, bro. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, back into another season of the rugby around the area as well, and a surprise to many, I suppose, who didn't realise it was starting.
No.
Because Thursday was dominated by Sir Brian Lahore's tangi down there in Wairarapa. So that night, as you say, rugby partner Makago, the Southland is still struggling, the old Stag, but the Taniwha got the 2 points there and carry on with the win, 27-17. But yeah, just to reiterate, my team started Heartland Championships in a couple of weeks on the 24th of August, so that'll be here before you know it. And then last night, a draw between the two close neighbours, Auckland and North Harbour, Eden Park, so 28 all draw, and got some other big games to look forward to over the weekend. Tasman, Wellington, Counties Manukau, Taranaki, Waikato, Canterbury, always a big game in Hamilton, Bay of Plenty, Otago, Manawatu and the Hawke's Bay.
I did watch the opening game on Thursday. Tell you what, it was a really, really good game. Northland, I think, even they went on to eventually win it, but they didn't score their first try. Well, I'm sure it took them about 50 minutes before they actually scored their first try. It took a real while, but it was a real big builder for them. And I'll tell you what, it was so close. I mean, that scoreline, because it was close throughout the whole match up until around about maybe the last 12 minutes or so. But even then, Southland still were trying to mount a comeback. In fact, they were so close to scoring once again a couple of times near the end. So, yeah, just a great, great game, eh, Reno?
It was, to see these guys come back together into their franchises. Two haven't played. You'd think in that opening game they've been playing all year long because that's the impact of the two games of the whole weekend, actually. Well, Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
But good to see the young guy with the blondie hair back at fullback, being on the 7 circuit with our New Zealand team as well. So, I love watching this type of stuff because you get to see some of these young guys get exposed. And, hopefully as the season ends, maybe a Super Rugby franchise contract there on that. But, it's good. I think, I enjoy the Mitre 10.
Same. Especially during a World Cup year. Because, that's what happens. You get these all this new talent seems to sprinkle out of who knows where. Because for the most part, there'll be no All Blacks taking part in the competition. So that's one of the great things that I like, is actually being able to watch some of this new, fresh talent, filling in the gaps as such, Reno?
Yeah, it is, and that's it. And I think that's the key to what makes it successful for any Super Rugby franchise in our country, and the ABs at the top end of the scale. You take a look at Luke Wyclot, who's got to be playing this weekend as well, not in that All Black mould at this stage. Will be called in if injury happens. But, these players are the other players who have dropped from the All Blacks, the 5 players, so they get their opportunity to play Mitre 10 rugby.
Yes, absolutely. Well, what do you reckon about the start of the competition there,
Yeah, well, good to see one of my teams that I've always supported, the Northland Taniwha, probably because my old lady was a hinari from up that way, so it's, kind of whānau connections with Ngābushngāpui up north there. But always a great game to see between the two furthest unions, the Southland team and Northland. They could be more than miles apart, so the saying goes. But in terms of on-field performances, a very, very good game. And good on Northland. They're always one of those teams that tends to spoil and try and take down the bigger unions. But just to touch on what you said about the up-and-coming young players, Keithy, now that this is World Cup year and a lot of our our main boys are in the AB squad as such. Good to watch some of the top teams, like I think Canterbury. There's going to be a lot of new young players in that franchise to keep